Okay, we'll start now. Come to page number 35. In that section NEAT, page number 35, in that section NEAT, in that question 1, start. Starts all. So shut your camera. Okay, I've got 1 up to 2 answers. That is good. Okay. Okay, the question is a coil of resistance 400 ohm. That means the resistance of the coil is 400 ohm. It is placed in a magnetic field. If the magnetic flux linked with the coil varies with the time as, that means if the magnetic flux varies with the time as 50 t square plus 4, what is the current at t equal to 2 seconds? What is the current at t equal to 2 seconds? I want to find current. Now I know that to find current, it is E by R. This is the basic formula for current. Now in this formula, E I don't know, but R I know is 400. So I need to find the value for E. And I know the formula for E, that is mod of E, is d phi by dt. Now, if I differentiate flux d phi by dt, 50 as it is, differentiation of t square will be 2t plus 0. So can I say 50 into 2 is 100t. 50 into 2 is 100t. That is 100 into 2 because t is given as 2. check. T is given as 2. Therefore, that is 200. Therefore, I got E equal to 200. Now that if I substitute over here, so it becomes 200 by 400. So it becomes half or 0.5. So tell me which option is the right option? Answer is A. So all of you just look at the steps and reply that you have understood. Okay, start. Did you understand this? Let me know.
Yes.
Okay. Now, start with the second question. All of you. Start. What the answer for the second one?
D is the answer.
Now, look at the question, the second one. A conducting circular loop placed in uniform magnetic field 0.04 Tesla, that is uniform magnetic field B is 0.04 Tesla with its plane perpendicular to magnetic field. The radius of the loop starts shrinking at 2 millimeter per second. The radius starts shrinking at 2 millimeter per second means dr by dt is equal to 2 millimeter per second. Radius starts shrinking means radius upon time, because look at the unit. The unit is millimeter per second. That means it is r by t. Therefore, dr by dt is 2 into 10 power minus 3. And the induced EMF when the radius is 2 centimeter. That is 2 into 10 power minus 2 meter. Okay. Now I know that E is equal to d phi by dt. our basic formula, or can I write it as E is equal to d by dt? Phi can be written as B into A. Phi can be written as B into A because this is our basic formula from 11th standard magnetism. That flux is equal to B into A, or E is equal to B is constant. I'll take it outside. D by dt of A. Or can I write B is constant? D by dt. Area can I write it as pi r square? Area can I write it as pi r square? See, I'm doing all steps. You should understand step by step what is happening. Therefore, E is equal to B outside, pi outside because these are constants, dr square by dt. dr square by dt. That is equal to B outside, pi outside, dr square by dt. What is differentiation of r square? 2r into dr by dt. Differentiation of r square with respect to t, it is 2r into dr by dt. Now, we have got all of this. Therefore, E is equal to, what is the value for B? 0.04. What is the value of pi? Keep it as it is. 2 as it is. What is the value of r? 2 into 10 power minus 2. And what is the value of dr by dt? 2 into 10 power minus 3. Now simplify this and tell me what answer are you getting. Simplify the entire step. Before you simplify the entire step, look at the options, okay? And if you look at the options, they have kept pi as it is and they have got microvolt. Check the options for second one. They have kept pi as it is and they have got the answer in microvolt. Microvolt means 10 power minus 6. Therefore, even you should get something related to minus 6. Okay, start. A, okay. Others try to answer.
A.
A will be right. So let us try how we get it. Therefore, E is equal to 0.04. Can I write it as 4 into 10 power minus 2? 0.04. I will write it as 4 into 10 power minus 2 into pi into 2 into 2 into 2 into 10 power minus 3 minus 2 is minus 5. Correct? So listen to this. So it will become 4 into 2, 8 into 2, 16 into 2, 32 into 10 power minus 2, 10 power minus 5, 10 power minus 7 into pi. Now 32 into 10 power minus 7, I can write it as 3.2 into 10 power minus 6 pi. Because 32 into 10 power minus 7 can be written as 3.2 into 10 power minus 6. Therefore, answer is 3.2 into 10 power minus 6 is micro into pi volt. Therefore, answer will be A. Everyone check whether you're getting the same answer. So try it once on your own. I have done many steps. You can simplify it. You can cut many steps and you can get the answer. But this is what it is. Once you're done, please confirm. Sejal, just 2 questions. Similar questions will come again, Sejal. I'll explain. Don't worry. Okay. Just make a point that first and second are done in neat. Okay? First and second only are done. Question number 4, take it as your homework 1. Question number 4, take it as your homework 1. Question number 5, start solving. Question number 5, start solving. Okay, time up. Give me some answer. What do you feel is the answer for the question number 5? Okay, listen to this. A thin semiconducting ring PQR of radius is falling with its plane vertical in a horizontal magnetic field. What is the potential difference? Now the problem is very simple. Look at this. Do you know this formula? E is equal to BLV. Now, if it goes from P to R, okay, if it goes from P to R, tell me the total distance between P to R.
Diameter.
Diameter, or can I say 2 into R, 2 into radius?
Yeah.
Correct. Therefore, can I say the total length will be 2 into radius? Therefore, B as it is V as it is, can I say the total length will be 2r between P to R? Now, my answer for EMF is 2R BV or B into 2 into R into V. Tell me which option matches it?
B.
Second.
Option B. Got it? And since it is the loop PQR from year to year, this will be at a higher potential, but that doesn't matter because answer is only one. Check. There is no two same answers. Therefore, directly the numerical value or the expression becomes this. So in other words, what did we do? We just substituted length as diameter. That's it. Nothing else we did. Therefore, the answer automatically becomes option B. I hope you understood. Our option automatically becomes option B. Okay. Now we have done second problem. Sejal, you had come late, so listen to this. The second problem, similar problem is question number 6. All of you start solving question number 6 now and tell me if you are getting the similar answer. Okay, start. Okay, I've got answers from most of you. Let us start. A conducting circular loop is placed in a uniform magnetic field. B is equal to 0.25 Tesla. A conducting circular loop is placed in uniform magnetic field B is equal to 0.25 Tesla with its plane perpendicular to the loop. The radius of the loop is made to shrink at a constant rate. Therefore, dr by dt is made to shrink at a constant rate of 1 millimeter per second. That means 1 into 10 power minus 3. The induced EMF when the radius is 2 centimeters, so 2 into 10 power minus 2 meter is. Therefore, I want to find the value of E. This is the data. Now, same like last problem, E is equal to d phi by dt, or E is equal to d by dt. Phi formula is B into A. Again, E is equal to B outside d by dt of area. Again, B outside d by dt of pi r square. Therefore, E is equal to B outside pi outside d by dt of r square. That is equal to B outside pi outside. Differentiation of r square is 2r into dr by dt. Differentiation of r square is equal to 2r into dr by dt. Now, E equal to, now B. Tell me, what is the value of B given in the question? The value of B given in the question is 0.025, correct? Into pi, into 2, into r, that is 2 centimeter, that is 2 into 10 power minus 2.
It's
Into
only 0.25.
It is 0.025. I check the module.
So the answer will not come.
I think in the module it is 0.025. Check once.
Yes, sir.
0.
So 0.025 will be 0.025, correct? Or it is some printing mistake. What is it? I think it is 0.025, sir.
Yes, sir. 0.02.
It is 0.025 means 0.025. Check once.
Got it.
Okay. Into dr by dt, 1 millimeter. 1 millimeter is 10 power minus 3. Okay. Now, E equal to, now look at the options. Now, if I look at the options, pi has not been touched. Okay. In 2 options, and in 2 options, pi has been substituted. So first, let us do one thing. Let us keep pi as it is, and let us see whether we are getting any options. If not, then you have to substitute the value of pi also. Because if you look at the options, some of the options are without the value of pi. So first, we'll keep pi as it is and see whether our option matches their options. Okay. Now, 0.025 can be written as 25 into, just here, 10 power minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Can I say this? 25 into 10 power minus 3. 0.025 can be written as 25 into 10 power minus 3 into pi into 2 into 2 into 10 power minus 2, 10 power minus 3, 10 power minus 5. Okay. It will become 10 power minus 5. Now, E is equal to 25 into 2, 50 into 2, 100. Therefore, it will become 100 into 10 power minus 3, 10 power minus 5 will be 10 power minus 8 into pi. I have taken everything into consideration. Now, E equal to 100 can be written as 10 square into 10 power minus 8 into pi, or E is equal to 10 power minus 6 into pi, or 10 power minus 6 is micro into pi volt. So can I say option C matches it? Check all of it. Can I say option C matches our answer? Clear? Option C matches our answer. All of you are getting it?
Sir,
Hmm?
I didn't got the formula actually. Did we derive it yesterday?
No, we derived it in 11th standard. So the formula is flux is equal to magnetic field into area. Do you know this formula?
Yes.
And do you also know that area is pi r square?
Yeah.
Okay, now if I differentiate both sides, it is d phi by dt is equal to d by dt of b into pi into r square, correct? I differentiate both sides. Now, according to Faraday's law, d phi by dt is nothing but E, correct?
Yeah.
Is equal to B is a constant outside, pi is a constant outside, d by dt of r square. Or E is equal to B is a constant, pi is a constant. Differentiation of r square is 2r into dr by dt. Differentiation formula. Differentiation of r square is 2r into dr by dt. I am going with this formula. Did you understand now?
Yes, sir.
This is for everyone. Everyone switch on your cam. And this is the formula how you get the. It's nothing new. It is just little manipulation. In fact, in question number 2, we use the same logic, okay, and similar approach. Got it, all of you? Okay. Now, start with question number 7. Start with question number 7. Okay. So now listen to this. 7th one. A circular disc of radius 0.2 meter. So radius is 0.2 meter is placed in a uniform magnetic field of induction 1 by pi Weber per meter square in such a way that its axis make an angle of 60 degree with the vector B. The magnetic flux linked with the disk is. The magnetic flux linked with the disk is. So look at this. Now you know the formula for magnetic flux. Magnetic flux formula is B dot A. Now if I want to expand the formula B dot A, it will become B A cos theta because dot product is cos. Therefore, A dot B is AB cos theta, B dot A is BA into cos theta. Or can I write it as B as it is? Area can be written as pi r square into cos theta. I'm just simplifying the same formula. Now, can I write phi equal to B is 1 by pi into pi into 0.2 square into cos 60. Can I say cos 60 is also half? Now simplify and tell me what is the answer for flux that you are getting. Now simplify and tell me what is the answer for flux that you are getting. So this pi and this pi will cancel. You will have 0.2 into 0.2 divided by 2. So tell me which option comes closest to your options or exactly on it will come
C
exact
option.
answer.
0.02.
Answer will be C. So solve and tell me everyone whether you're getting the same option. Now start with question number 9. Start with question number 9. So question number 9 is based on Lenz's law, correct? An electron moves on a straight path XY and there is a coil ABCD. What will be the direction of current induced in the coil? Can I say when the electron passes, the coil will try to oppose it because of Lenz's law? Because what does Lenz's law say? E is equal to minus d phi by dt. Therefore, answer will be option B because it will try to, 1 minute. Because it will try to reverse the direction of current. Therefore, according to Lenz's law, there will be an opposition. And because of that, ninth answer will be B. Ninth answer will be B. So make a note. Ninth answer will be B. Now tell me, do you know this formula? I said Lion formula, or N phi is equal to Li. Do you know this formula? Which I called it as a Lion formula, right? Now, based on this particular formula, try to solve question number 13, same formula. Try to solve question number 13 and question number 14. Both are based on the same formula. I'll give you some time. Try both and give me the answers as and when you're getting it, okay? But the clue I have given, you have to use the same formula. Start question number 13 and question number 14. Okay, let me do the 13th one. Or tell me if you're getting the answer for the 13th one, all of you. Just confirm if you can manage the 13th one and you're getting your answer as B for the 13th one. Just confirm. Correct. Then the answer is B. Confirm all of you whether you're getting
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. 14th one start.
14th one is A.
14th one is A, correct. 14th one is A. Same direct formula and substitution. Just check. I'll give you 1 more minute, all of you, to get these two answers using these two formulas. Got it? Okay. So 14th one is A. and 13th one is B. Tell me if all of you are getting this using the formula Li is equal to phi n. Okay, now before we go to the next set of questions, let me just tell you one formula again. Tell me, transformer equation ES by EP is equal to NS by NP is equal to IP by IS. Tell me, remember this formula, transformer
Yes,
equation?
sir.
Now, based on this formula, we will solve many problems because these are the questions that come in NEET. ES is voltage of the secondary, EP is voltage of the primary, NS number of turns in secondary, NP number of turns in primary, IP current of primary, and IS is current of secondary. Correct? Now, with this knowledge, try to start with question number 18. Start solving. Question number 18 in your module. Page number 36. Question number 18. Tell me, are you getting the answer for the 18th one? Answer should come as
Yeah,
A.
sir.
Yes.
By using the general transformer equation. Tell me, all of you.
Yes, sir.
So,
Hmm.
how did that 5 ampere came?
First, you have to find VS, correct? We'll get around 240.
Yeah, got.
Then you have to use this formula. ES by
Okay,
EP.
okay, again to substitute.
Again, two times you have to substitute. Then you have to use NS by NP is equal to IP by IS. Two times you have to use this formula. One is in terms of E and one is in
Yeah,
terms
yeah.
of I. Start 20th, 20. Since they have said that the efficiency is 100%, what does it mean? It means no power is lost. That means input power will be equal to output power. What is input power? EPIP is equal to output power is ES into IS. You can use this formula because they have made the statement efficiency is 100%. Efficiency is 100% means no power is lost. Therefore, we can use that. Tell me if you're getting the answer. Answer should come as A. Tell me if you're getting it.
Got it, sir.
What the answer is A?
Yeah.
All of you please confirm whether you're getting the answer as A.
Got, sir.
Got it, sir.
Start. Wait, hold on. 21, you hold on. That topic is been removed for you. 21, hold on. Efficiency is not there for you anymore. 21, leave it right now. 22, take it as homework. Now, listen to 24 and 25. Very common questions, especially 25th one. Okay, now listen to me. Theory questions. Listen to me carefully. 24th and 25th. First, read the question number 24. The core of a transformer. Now, you know there is one question regarding the core of a transformer, that the core of a transformer is made up of soft iron. Remember that question. Now, why is the core laminated? Okay. Why is the core laminated? Laminated means, you know what is lamination, right? Insulating from everything else. When you do your book lamination, the same concept. Always when they ask why anything is laminated, okay, in transformer, or why anything is done in a transformer, answer is to reduce eddy currents, eddy current losses. Always the answer will be that. They can ask you in different ways, but the answer will be we need to reduce the loss that happens because of eddy current. Okay. So in anything of the core of the transformer, or why do we do this of a transformer? Why is this done in a transformer? Or why is transformer kept inside an incubation? Answer is to reduce loss due to eddy current always. Okay, therefore 24th one answer is C. And 25th one, in which of the following devices eddy current effect is not used? In whichever devices electromagnetic and induction is not there, that device eddy current will not be there. Otherwise, it will be there. Electric heater, it is not there. Induction furnace, did induction come? Therefore, out. See here, electromagnetic induction is the name of the chapter. Therefore, if electro comes, magnetic comes, induction comes in the option, eddy current will be there. Therefore, in option B, what has come? Induction. Option C, what has come? Magnetic. Option D, what has come? Both electro and magnet. You're just left with A. You just left free there. Actually, A also electro is there, that is electric heater, but then magnet is not there. Therefore, compared to option C, option D, both have magnet. This is the least. Okay. So in other words, in whichever devices I am not using change of flux, in whichever device I'm not using change of flux, there I won't get eddy current. Otherwise, in whichever devices I'm using change of flux, I will get eddy current. Now, the reason to give you this question is uh, from 2018, from when your portion has changed, NEET portion, not changed, updated, this question has come in many different forms, in many different chapters. For example, this magnetic braking in train, okay, also magnetic levitation. Have you heard of something called magnetic levitation? Okay, maglev, where the train floats on top of a track, bullet train. Have you seen some gift articles where something is floating? It is not there, it's just floating. Again, using magnets. Now, see here, option B, option C, option D. Please remember eddy current is there, and option A, eddy current is not there. They might change the question. They might ask you something else. Like in electromagnet, is eddy current there? Answer is yes, because 25th question, don't look at it like a question. Look at it like one module where questions can come in twisted ways. So please remember these devices, eddy currents are there. This device, eddy current is not there, because such questions are scoring questions in the exam. Okay, don't get these questions wrong. Okay, so just read 24 and 25th ones, and then we will proceed. Okay, just read 24 and 25th ones. Okay.
Sir, if the triplets are present, the eddy current will be there, na?
What will be there?
The triplet. Electro, that magnetic and induction. The eddy current will be there or will not be there?
In which one?
There's, you told now that if
maglev, yes, maglev, magnetic levitation.
No, sir. Means I'm asking that you told me just now that if electromagnetic and induction will be there, so that eddy currents will be present.
Electromagnetic or induction will be there. Eddy current will be there. In other words, if there is change of flux, that means if there is change in magnetic field, eddy current will be there.
Okay.
Okay. If there is change in magnetic field, eddy current will be there. Got it? Now, 26th one, take it as your homework. Question number 26th one, take it as your homework. Question number 29, take it as your homework. Question number 29, take it as your homework. Question number 31 starts on it. Question number 31 starts on it. My screen is visible or not visible?
Not visible.
It doesn't matter. Give it. Start with 31. Now, 31st one. Question is, if the rotational velocity, tell me what is the meaning of rotational velocity? Can anyone tell me what is rotational velocity? Velocity is V. What is rotational velocity? See, angular frequency, velocity, rotational velocity is omega, part 1. If velocity is V, rotational velocity is omega. Okay. What happens if this is doubled? What happens to E? Now, I told you one formula in a dynamo. You know this formula, maximum EMF is equal to, remember yesterday we did this formula?
Yes, sir.
Maximum EMF is equal to NAB omega. Therefore, from here, can I conclude that E naught or the maximum EMF is directly proportional to omega? Can I conclude that E naught is directly proportional to omega? Therefore, if omega is doubled, even my EMF will be doubled. If omega is doubled, even my EMF will be doubled. Therefore, my answer will be B. Just check all of you. My answer will be B because even my EMF will be doubled. I hope everyone remembers this formula. E naught is equal to NAB omega. Okay. Now, question number 32. Question number 32. Start. Question number 32. Start. Have you done Leclanche's cell in chemistry? Have you done it? Have you done Leclanche's cell in chemistry?
Sir, can you write what you are saying?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
no.
We
I cannot
haven't.
hear you.
No, sir.
Okay, listen. In chemistry, there is a cell called Leclanche's cell. You don't need to know anything. Listen to me carefully. You just need to know that it works on direct current, DC. Leclanche's cell works on direct current. Now, this is the clue and this is the logic I'm giving you for this question. Leclanche's cell works on direct current. Okay, now start giving me the answer.
So answer is D.
A or D?
E.
Tell me, does transformer work on DC? I've given you 1 point yesterday itself, not yesterday. Yeah, yesterday itself I've given you a point about transformer. Does transformer work on DC?
It works on AC.
It works only on AC. Transformer works only on AC. Therefore, if I put direct current, it will not work. Transformer will not work at all if I apply direct current. Therefore, then tell me what should be the answer. If transformer does not work,
0, D.
then the answer will be D, 0. Correct? Then the answer will be D, 0. Getting it? Okay. Now, in numerical value type 1 or 2, we can do directly. Okay. Usually we don't do this section, but I will do this because some MCQs come from this. Try to solve the first one and tell me whether you're getting the answer. First one under numerical base type. Tell me, are you getting the answer 10 power minus 3 volt? Start solving. And the logic is E is equal to BLV. Start.
Yes, sir.
0.03.
Answer is 10 power minus 3. I have written on the screen. Tell me, are you getting that?
So the value of n will be 3.
Hmm?
Yes, sir. Value of n is
Value.
3.
What is the answer you're getting? Okay, let us start. Let us start. Okay. Yeah, value of n will be 3, correct. It will become 10 power minus 3. That is 10 power minus n. They have given this is 10 power minus n. Therefore, n will be equal to 3. That is correct. Getting it? Should I do it on the screen? Tell me, all of you.
Yes.
Should I do it?
So can you do it?
So see here, they have said that they collected to a millivoltmeter and some reading is coming 10 power minus n. In that, I have to find n. In other words, I have to find first EMF induced. Now to find EMF induced, 1 minute. E is equal to BLV. Now, they have said that the train travels with the speed of 180 kilometer per hour. Therefore, can I say V is 180 kilometer per hour, but I have to get it into meter per second. Therefore, I will need to multiply into 5 by 18. I hope everyone understood kilometer per hour into meter per second is 5 by 18. And they have said that the vertical component of Earth's magnetic field is 0.2 into 10 power minus 4. It is 0.2 into 10 power minus 4. And the rails are separated by 1 meter. Therefore, L is equal to 1 meter. Is it clear, all of you? Therefore, if I go to simplify, can I directly say 18 ones are 18 tens are? Okay. Now, 0.2 can be written as 2 into 10 power minus 1 into 10 power minus 4 into 10 into 5. This is my answer right now. So 10 into 5, 50 into 200. Therefore, I get 100 into 10 power minus 1 into 10 power minus 4. Now 100 can be written as 10 square, 10 power minus 1, 10 power minus 4. So 10 power 2 and minus 1 is 1. 1 and minus 4 is minus 3. Therefore, my final answer will become 10 power minus 3. But they have already told me that it is of the form 10 power minus n. Therefore, if I compare with their question, I get n equal to 3. Tell me, are you getting it all now?
Yes.
Okay, now start with question number 4 in numerical values. Start with question number 4. And the answer that they have told in your solution manual is 5 millihenry. Tell me if you are managing this. I have not solved it. We will do it. Tell me if you are managing this. Question number 4. Getting the answer 5 millihenry for the fourth one. All of you please confirm self-induction formula.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now using the same formula, try to solve question number 7. Yes.
Can you solve the fourth one?
Fourth one?
Yeah.
Okay. I will solve the fourth one. So everyone look at the
I'm
screen. Fourth
getting
one.
mega.
You're getting 5?
Mega millennia.
Okay, let me show you. Let me read the question. An EMF is produced by self-inductance. That means when I read the first line itself, that EMF is produced by self-inductance, I know I have to use the formula for self-inductance. What is the formula for self-inductance? L is equal to E upon di by dt. Correct? Now, an EMF of 5 volt is produced. That means, can I say EMF of 5 volt is produced when the current changes at a steady rate from 3 ampere to 2 ampere? When current changes from 3 ampere to 2 ampere, can I say the total change in current is only 1 ampere? Correct, because when it changes from 3 ampere to 2 ampere,
Yes.
can I say the total change in current is 1 ampere in 1 millisecond? 1 millisecond is how much? 1 millisecond is how much?
10 power minus 3.
Correct. Therefore, this will go up 5 into 10 power minus 3. Okay, Mohammed, I have muted you. Easy?
Yes, sir.
7th one, same logic start. 7th question, same logic start. And the answer that they've given in the module for the 7th one is 10 volt. Tell me if you're getting that. Answer for the 7th one is 10 volt. Tell me if you solve the 7th one, are you getting 10 volt as your answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Getting it? Should I do it
Yes.
or clear everyone?
Clear, sir.
Now, question number 5. You know the energy stored in an inductor formula is half Li square, correct? Energy stored in an inductor formula is half Li square. So try to get the answer for question number 5. And here they have said answer is 0.1 joule. Tell me if you can manage the same answer. Again, I have not done it. If you want me to do it, I'll do it on the screen. Let's try to solve it first.
Getting the answer.
Getting it? Everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Now one last topic. Okay, I will just take last 5 minutes, then I'll leave you guys. Okay, listen to this. When two coils are linked together, means they're connected together, the total mutual induction will be given by square root of L1, L2. Means L1 is the self-inductance of the first coil and L2 is the self-inductance of the second coil. And when they are linked together, the overall mutual inductance will be M is equal to square root of L1, L2. This topic was there, removed, again introduced, again removed. So you don't know whether it is there or not there, but to be safe, please remember this formula. So write down just one topic. Okay. The total mutual induction when write down as a point, the total mutual induction when two coils are linked together, the total mutual induction when two coils are linked together, the total mutual induction when two coils are linked together is given by, M is equal to square root of L1, L2. Okay. Now the question that will come is, just look at question number 15 on page number 36. Page number 36. Question number 15. Tanvi, topic name is EMI. Tell me the answer. Okay. Correct answer is there. Sejal answer 0.1 Joule, I think. Sejal answer for the previous question.
4 is the answer.
4 is the answer.
No. Someone was asking what is the answer for the previous question. So I was saying 0.1 Joule. In this question, it is not Joule anyway, right? It is Henry. Here, if you solve question number 15, I think you will get answer A, square root of 16. That is 4. Getting it? Okay.
Yeah, sir.
Okay, with that, we complete this topic. Now listen to me. Look at this. In this module, you have 2 chapters, correct? Electromagnetic induction and alternating current. You will have exams separately for this. Okay. This Sunday you have something, correct? This Sunday you have something. Next Sunday, tell me which exam do you have? Do you remember or do you have the timetable?
It's EMI and alternating.
Yeah.
Correct. So everyone listen. This Sunday you have exam, you know the portion. Next Sunday it is EMI and alternating current, but the exam will be only EMI. And after that Sunday, tell me what is the portion? It is electromagnetic waves, which you have already done with communication system. Just check. So that time the exam will be alternating current. So let me repeat. This Sunday you know your portion. Next Sunday your exam will be on EMI, only EMI. And after that exam will be only on alternating current. Is it clear, all of you? Okay. It will not be together because there are 2 separate topics in the module. So again, I'll repeat, this Sunday, whatever is the exam, that is tomorrow. Next Sunday, your topic is EMI. You should be prepared because we have completed. Okay, whatever I have taught, study. And in the meantime, let me start with alternating current in the next class. So next Sunday will be alternating current. Anyway, we will tell you in the group as well. But since all of you are here, I'm telling you so that you don't get confused. Next Sunday, only EMI. After that, only alternating current. Okay, so this module will be next and next to next. Okay, so with that, we complete this. I will start with alternating current in my next class itself. So for now, I will see you. I will meet you next week. Thank you and bye-bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Bye,
you.
sir. Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.